You have no idea how many times I've tried to film this video, but we're actually coming with a strange one because I usually don't do these a lot, but today I'm doing a book haul, and I usually don't do these, but this is a special occasion because I've actually just got a bunch of books from my friend who is unhauling a bunch, and she asked me if I wanted any, which I'm really thankful for because I just got a bunch of books that I'm really excited to read. So yeah, I thought we'd do a book haul so I can show you all the books I got, which I'm really excited to read. But yeah, let's get into it. One of the first ones I asked for was Dolly Alderton, Good Material. Why was I just about to say Dolly Parton? Dolly Alderton, Good Material. I heard that she's the one, I think, that wrote Everything I Know About Love, but I think this is actually a fiction. I don't think this is non-fiction. This is about, I think, a man who is trying to get his wife back, basically. And basically his life's a mess. Everything's a mess, and he's trying to get his wife back. And the cover just spoke to me. I don't know, I've been reading a lot of fiction lately, if you could tell when you, like, by my wrap up, which I did post. I've been reading a lot of fiction, and I don't know, I thought this was something that I would enjoy. So I got this because, like, why not? Might as well. It's free. Next one I got What Happens After Midnight. I think this is like a summer type romance book. I think it's like senior prank day, the thing that they do in all the movies, and it's also a romance between, it's a second chance romance between her ex-boyfriend Tag, like from Friends. Tag from Friends. That's amazing. Well, yeah, Tag for short, because his real first name is Tag Art, and it's a second chance romance. I didn't know it was a second chance romance when I saw it. I sort of just picked and chose some books that I saw flying around, and I was like, why not? But I didn't know it was a second chance romance. We'll see how it goes. I'm not really into second chance romances. I don't really like them as a trope because I like to see all the little meet cutes that people have. So yeah, but we'll see. It's just a nice summer romance, and I thought it'd be good since, well, summer's nearly ending, so I bought this one as like a last ditch effort to try and save summer in my brain. I also got the second book in the Dreamland Billionaire series, I think. I got the fine print. The first book, I haven't read it yet, but I do have it, and this is the final offer. I think it's the second one. But basically, I think this series is about it follows three brothers, and their granddad or their dad recently died, and in the will they are only basically left the money if they complete a series of tasks, and some of them relate to women, or like, I don't know, one of them relates to you have to get married by the end of summer, stuff like that. I think so. And in the fine print, I think the father leaves him their amusement park, and the woman in the book ends up working for the amusement park, and that's how they meet. But we'll see. Everybody loves the series, and I already had the first book, so I really wanted the second book if I wanted to continue. This is like a thick book though, so we'll see. I don't think I've ever read a Lauren Asher book. This one I actually didn't get from her. I bought myself when we were out. But yeah, I've been wanting to read this book for ages, and that's A Man Called Ovi by Frederick Backman. Everybody, he's like a real self-proclaimed genius author. This book is also really short, but everybody says that his books are always really emotional and amazing, and I've been wanting to read A Man Called Ovi for the longest time. But it's like about an old guy who's grumpy all the time, and then he ends up making friends with the neighbor. Like, the neighbor ends up making friends with him, they end up starting a friendship, and apparently this book is really, really sad. So I can only imagine what happens at the end of this book. But following a very old, elderly man making friends with his neighbor, and he's grumpy. I can only imagine what happens in the book. I've got a pretty good guess. Is that going to stop anything? Probably no. I definitely know what's going to happen. I don't think it's going to stop anything. Did I just see a noose drawing? What the heck was that? That's concerning. I got this book from Waterstones. It's absolutely beautiful. This is like a special edition of Wuthering Heights, which is my favorite book of all time. It's actually the book that got me into reading. So yeah, it's a book that got me into reading, and it's this beautiful special edition. Not only that, usually classics have really small writing, which is really annoying. But not only that, look at that writing. It's huge. Love that. But yeah, I've always wanted to get a good hardback edition of Wuthering Heights so that I can reread and annotate the book, because I've never actually properly reread or annotated it since school when I read it for the first time, and it was like my favourite book of all time. So yeah, I bought this because I really wanted to do that, and I also bought this little bookmark because I thought it fit well with the gold foiling. It says, "We are stardust meant to shine." I really like the tassel, and I thought it fit well with the gold. It has like a ruler on the back, which is nice. And yeah, I thought I'm definitely getting that. So yeah, I got it. I'm actually really excited to read this one, and that is When Gracie Met the Grump. This is huge, but this is by Mariana Zapata. I've heard so many things about her, so many like controversial opinions. She like kind of like Colin Hoover. Many people say she's great, many people say she sucks, but I've always wanted to read a book by her, and I've always been intrigued by this book because I know it's about a superhero. Basically, we follow a character called Gracie, and one day a superhero lands in her front garden, and she's like, "What the hell?" And she basically has to nurse him back to health, or somehow help him in some way, because he's a superhero. He's meant to save the planet, but apparently he's really grumpy, as in like he's just not nice. He's a grump. That's why it's called When Gracie Met the Grump. But he's a superhero, so she kind of has to help him because he's supposed to be like saving the planet. And yeah, I'm intrigued by that point on. I've never read a book with that concept, and that concept sounds very, very interesting. If I like this, I will probably definitely most likely read other Mariana Zapata books, which can't wait. But yeah, this is probably going to be one of my next reads. I want to read this as soon as possible because I'm really excited to read this. The next books are actually mainly series, so I'm going to try and hold up the whole series so I can get through this quicker. So yeah, the first series is the Boys of Toman series. I had already Binding 13 and Keeping 13, but I didn't have the rest, and my friend was giving away the rest, so I did get the rest. These are out of order. I know they're out of order. Do I care? No, I don't. But yeah, I did get the Boys of Toman series. Was it smart? I don't know. Probably not, since I don't know if I even like the series. I haven't read the first book yet. So we'll just have to see how that goes. I don't know which one goes first, if it's redeeming or saving, but I'm just gonna keep it like that. Next, this technically isn't a series, it's more like a interconnected, if even that, I don't even know if it's interconnected. But that's the Love and series. We've got Love and Gelatos, Love and Olives, and Love and Luck. I've been wanting to read this series for a while, especially mostly Love and Gelatos. I didn't even know this was a series until like, well, recently or a while ago. I didn't know. But I love Italy. I've always wanted to visit Italy. It's one of my favourite countries. And when I heard about this romance book that's set in Italy and apparently it's very atmospheric, I immediately wanted to get this and read it in Italy. But since I haven't been to Italy, I just never ended up getting it. And also this book is very floppy, so I really love this edition. But yeah, and then I also found out that there was more books. There was Love and Olives set in Greece and Love and Luck set in Ireland. And that one's a bit thick, Jesus. But yeah, I'm really excited to read these. These seem like such good summer romances. Why is it lighting off? Sorry about that. These seem like amazing summer romances, and I can't wait to read these. So I'll hopefully read these soon when I have the chance. But since summer's like quite nearly ending, these actually might be having to be saved for next summer. I'll probably read these next summer. Next, I've never heard of this series at all. At least I don't think I have. Maybe I've seen it, but it's just different covers. The covers are absolutely ugly, so I'm not gonna be showing that. But this is, I don't even know if the series has a name, but it's Looking to Score by Kendall Ryan. I don't know if this is popular or not. I just know that I like series because I love binging stuff, and I read the back of The Rookie, which I think is book 1, and oh no, The Rebel is book 1. I really liked the premise, so I bought it. The covers are hideous, but the back says, 6 years ago, Eden barged into my life and turned everything upside down. We spent one scorching hot night together, and then she disappeared into the sunset with the golden jock everyone adored. Which makes sense, right? A girl as beautiful and brilliant as Eden Wynn doesn't end up with the rebel like me. I expected them to live happily ever after, but that's not what happened. She's back in my life and tempting me like no one else has, and while I'm certain I'll only tarnish her shine, I want her. I'd heard the old notion that one night held the power to change everything. I just never believed it until now. And this is like dual POV, I think. At least in the back it was dual POV. So I don't know. It's dual POV. So yeah, I just bought it because I was like, you know what? This might be a good, fun palette cleanser romance. Sometimes you do just need a palette cleanser from stuff. So I thought this might be a good just palette cleanser to read and to have around. So I did buy the series. Not buy. I did get the series from my friend. Next, it's a very popular series that I have heard many things about, and that is the Dirty Air series, which it has the same name as the Mile High series, because I'm pretty sure the Mile High series and the Mile High books are called the Dirty Air series. But yeah, we have Throttle Collided, Wrecked, and Redeemed. This cover is absolutely beautiful. The one thing I don't really like about these books is that I think these are the old copies, and so the pages are white. Why do the pages have to be white? I hate it when pages are white in books. It feels like my vision is just no, this is not good. Yeah, I hate it when pages are white. But I'm guessing this is also dual POV. And I know that this is like F1 driving, so it's kind of like a sports romance because it involves F1 and it's like a romance, and it follows Maya. At least the first one follows Maya and Noah. And I think the premise is that Maya, her dad, owns an F1 company. So I think that's the premise. It's sort of like a, what's it called? Forbidden romance. But yeah, the rest of them I don't know what they're about because I'm assuming this is like an interconnected series. I don't know if it follows the same people. I don't think it does. But yeah, I got this whole series. Can't wait to read it. Again, probably not anytime soon because I've got so many series that I'm in the middle of and so many series to read. But for the future, I feel like it's good to have these. And the last book, which isn't technically a normal book, and this is probably the next book I'm going to read, apart from When Gracie Met the Grump. I'm probably going to read When Gracie Met the Grump after I read this book, but that is Lore Olympus. Like I said, it's not really a book, it's more of a graphic novel. I read this when it first came out on Webtoon, and this was like popping up on Webtoon. It was like one of the most favourite graphic novels on Webtoon, and then they published it, and I was like, no way. I just never got around the time to buying it. I always thought I should buy it, but I just never did. But yeah, I can't wait to read this. When I saw that my friend had this, I was like, there's not even a question, I need to get that. It's so cute, look. Obviously, I have read a couple episodes, like I said, but I never finished the series on Webtoon because honestly, there was just too many episodes and I was getting too overwhelmed. There was too many to keep track of, so I never actually finished the series on Webtoon. But when they came out in physical copy, I was like, okay, now's my chance to actually finish the series, and I never bought it. But after getting this book, they're now all in my Amazon wishlist for me to buy because there's no excuse now. I can buy it. I've got the first book. I'm definitely going to start this after I finish the comic book I'm reading. I'm going to start this, and hopefully it's going to be a very quick read. If you don't know, this is a graphic novel, and it's a Hades and Persephone retelling. It's amazing. It's gorgeous. Basically, in this retelling, Hades lives in Olympus, which is like a big city, and he's like a businessman. And Persephone, which is the pink girl there, she comes up from the spring realm, and she goes to live in Olympus. For some reason, I forgot why she goes to live in Olympus, but she goes to live in Olympus, away from her mum, who's very protective. Like, her mum is very protective about her. And basically, Persephone wants a little freedom, which she's not getting from anyone because her mum's like very protective. And basically, in Olympus, since it's like Hades' realm, she meets Hades, and I don't know if she starts working for him. I don't think she starts working for him, but she meets Hades, and then the story just continues on from there. But yeah, guys, that's all I've got for you today. I want to say a huge thank you again to my friend for giving me all these books. I'm really, really excited to read them, especially Laura Olympus and When Gracie Met the Grump. But yeah, that's the end of this haul. Don't expect one anytime soon because now my TBR is like miles long. I'm probably going to go on another book buying ban because of this. Remember to check my social media down, linked below. I do have a TikTok and Instagram. On my TikTok, I'm trying to post more short reviews of books that I've read, so if you can't stick around for the long wrap-ups, you can go watch my TikTok down below. And on Instagram, I'm also doing reviews of books, except in a written format. You can just see the rating that I gave the book and the review of the book. It goes a little bit more in depth than I do in these wrap-ups, or in wrap-ups in general. Sorry, not wrap-up, this is a haul. It goes a bit more in depth than I do in wrap-ups. So if you want to see a more in-depth thought of what I thought about the book, you can also head to my Instagram because there'll be reviews on there. So I'll see you guys next time. I hope you guys enjoyed. Come back, please, to Bookish Beer.